The most versatile players out there. He's just got so much positional awareness and intelligence. He can basically do a job anywhere on this pitch. He's got fabulous technique too, especially with his delivery in and around the area. He'll be eyeing up any set plays the opposition concede in that defensive third.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Well read, nice interception. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Alaba. Schlager. And he cuts out the supply. Cucurella. Dani Olmo. Cucurella. And it's Olmo. Rodri. Pedro Porro. Schmidt. Gregoric. Schlager. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Gregoric. Schlager. Lima. Lobbed in behind. Schmidt. Gets it away. Schlager. That's going to go a long way. Danso. Looks to the other side. Lima. And it's played forward. Schmidt. Showing good feet. So who's he picking out? Pedro Porro tries to clear. Rodri. Yamal. And it's Porro. Yamal. Yamal has a look inside the box. Danso gets it away. Pedri. He's in, shortly off the bow! There's an early warning shot across the bow.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Dani Olmo. Yamal. Yamal! And he nearly went all the way.
Lamine Yamal just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Cucurella. Kubasi. Rodri. And it's Porro. Pedro Porro tries a cross. That's really well cleared. Cleared without complication. Lima. Aim forwards. Laporte gets over and intercepts. And here's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Alaba. Schmidt. Gregoric. Lima. He's in space and looking for options. Plenty waiting in the middle. And he decides to cross it. And that's been won straight back. Sabitzer. That's very neat. Climbs up big. And the header is disappointing in the end.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Cucurella. And it's Baina. Baina takes a look up. Lovely feet. Sabitzer. Sabitzer shifted upfield. Pedri. Baina. Oyarzabal. And here's Dani Olmo. Has a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Dani Olmo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Lienhardt. Oh, can he get onto this? Schmidt. Lima. Gets into some space. Oh, it's played into the area. Al-Kubasi clears it away.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Baina. Dani Olmo. Cucurella. And it's Olmo. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Laporte. Kubasi. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Cucurella. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Moved on forwards. Pedri. Rodri. Oyarzabal. Pedro Porro. Rodri. Nice control. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Schmidt. Lima. Lima forwards and with intent. Cucurella. Baina. Played towards the other side. Yamal. Oyarzabal. Played back in. Yamal. And that's aimed into the middle. That's an excellent interception. Deftly away. And reclaimed it in a trice. That's really well manoeuvred. Lima. Schlager. Moved on forwards.
Spain have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Dani Olmo. Pedri. Bina. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Rodri. Dani Olmo. And it's Bina. Pedri. Cucurella. Pedri. Rodri. And here's Oya, chance to shoot! Yamal. Cucurella. Bina. Pedri. Cucurella. Great run on the overlap here. Time to deliver. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Laporte cuts out the pass. Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Danso. Lima. And it's played forward.
Gregoric really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Pedri. Over to the left. Oh, such a clever touch. Up he goes! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Austria, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Lienhardt, aim forwards. Lima shifted upfield. And it's Olmo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Sabitzer. Schlager. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Played it again. That has been knocked clear. It's a throw-in. Played into the middle. Laporte getting this one clear. Dani Olmo. Sabitzer does really well to win the ball there. Lienhardt. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Laporte. Bina. Cucurella. Cucurella. And that was very necessary. Pedri. And here's Bina. Crossed into the box. That's really well manoeuvred. Schlager. Schmidt. Aim forwards. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Sabitzer. Lima. Oh, that's neat. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And here's Lima. Lima gets a cross in. Lima. Turns and goes back. He's having a shot! Cross from... and one more try! That's a half-decent try.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Moved on forwards, and it's Olmo. Rodri. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Baina. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Mikel Oyasa. Here's a chance! Keeper's not concerned by that.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Schmidt, and it's played forward. Cucurella makes the interception. Rodri. Pedro Porro. Pedri. Is onto it in a flash. Sabitzer. Pedri. Mikel Oyarzabal. Yamal. Dani Olmo, spread out to the left. Lima, gently done. Laporte wins the duel this time. Pedri. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Pedri. Quarter of an hour played. Yamal. And they've got rid. Out of play for a throw. And it's Pedri. Cucurella. And that was nowhere near his best. Aim forwards. It's an inviting looking ball, that. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Pedro Porro. And here's Yamal. Looking for a decent ball in. Shapes to shoot! Dealt with nicely by the defence. Yamal. Mikel Oyarzabal. Pedri. Pedri played out to the left flank. Played out wide. Biner. Now here's the delivery. Lima forwards and with intent. Pedri. And here's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal. That's a little off target. That's really well manoeuvred. Schlager. Schmidt. Now it's Lima. Schmidt. Lima. Now it's Lima. A chance to play it in. That looks a good... Oh, what a climb! Danger averted for now. Cross from Sabitzer. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Dani Olmo. Rodri. Oyarzabal. And he's on a charge. Can he deliver? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Alex Biner really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Clearly not happy with that. Schmidt. Danso. Lienhardt. Schlager. Moved on forwards. Kubasi. Oh, can he get onto this? Lienhardt. Schlager. Quality ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Rodri. Dani Olmo. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Schlager. And it's played forward. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Laporte. Rodri. Laporte, and he goes cross-field. Biner. Pedri. Rodri. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Oyarzabal played out towards the right wing. Do have a chance to counter here. Schlager. Schmidt. Yamal. Schmidt. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pedro Porro. Laporte. Pedri. Baina. Cucurella. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Aim forwards. Pedro Porro. Dani Olmo. Rodri. And he thumps it clear. Pedri. Cucurella. And it's Cucurella. Dani Olmo. Out to the left it goes. That's good play. Baina played out to the left flank. Gregoric. So what can they make of this? Nice physical challenge. And here's Oyarzabal. And here's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Dani Olmo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Schlager. Lienhardt forwards and with intent. Alaba. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Laporte. Laporte played over towards the opposite flank. Pedri. Cucurella. Now it's Baina. Now it's Rodri. He's through here. Nice interception, well timed. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. And here's Oyarzabal. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And he's there to clear it. Decent chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Baina.
Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. He's in plenty of space here. Lienhardt gets it away. Leimer. Schmidt. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Austria clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
The muscular approach does pay off here. Now, what about a counter-attack? That's a nicely shaped ball. Rodri. Gregoric. Sabitzer. Now it's Leimer. Rodri. Great defending, strong and determined. Lima. Lima, delivered across. Pedro Porro can get it clear. Pedro Porro. Rodri. Pedri. Bina. And it's Pedri. He's cut it out. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Schmidt. Well timed, excellent interception. Yamal. Cucurella. Bina. Moved on forwards. And that's really well manoeuvred. Laporte cuts it out. Yamal. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Laporte. And it's played forward. Now it's Gregoric. And they can counter here. Lima carries the ball down the right. That's tidy. Schmidt. And here's Lima. Schmidt. Now it's Gregoric. Dani Olmo. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Laporte shifted upfield. Schlager. Alaba. Danso, aim forwards. And play cross-field, changing the point of attack. Schmidt. Pau Kubasi getting this one clear. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Lima. Lima. Gregoric! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Gregoric is offering a right smile there.
That's the throw. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rodri. Dani Olmo. Kubasi. Cucurella. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Cucurella. And here's Dani Olmo. And here's Oyarzabal. Pedri. Now it's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo opts to play it back. Cucurella. And here's Bina. That'll be a throw. Schlager. Oh, sweet feet. Cross from Sabitzer. Well read. And the danger is averted. Yamal. Pedri. Pedri, gently done. Searching pass he's played there. Lienhardt getting this one clear. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Spain clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pedri. And it's Baina. Cucurella. He's being urged to shoot. And he's got his cross in. Brilliantly cut out. Sabitzer. Dani Olmo. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Lima. Some good work on the right flank here. Lovely bit of skill. There are a few waiting for it. Tries a shot! Kubasi. And it's Baina. Tries a measured ball. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Dani Olmo. Great challenge, time to perfection. That's really well manoeuvred. Lima. Lienhardt. Oh, can he get onto this? Cucurella. Baina. Pedri. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Oyarzabal. Now it's Yamal. Chance! Keeper has taken decisive action and kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Lienhardt is there, and he can get that clear. Now it's Rodri. And the shot! Spain have, and again! Lienhardt gets rid without sophistication. Referee's given a throw. Rodri. And it's Porro. Dani Olmo. Oh, look at the space here. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. And the counter is on. He's shifting through the gears here. And the pass is intercepted. Gregoritsch! Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Lienhardt. Sabitzer. Lienhardt. Over to the left. Oh, that's nice. Defending of the desperate variety. Play cross-field, changing the point of attack. That's a cute ball. Mikel Oyarzabal. Lienhardt does really well to win the ball there. Aim forwards. Tries a deft little ball. Cleared away. Have it back and can go again. Danso shifted upfield. And that has been clubbed away. Oyarzabal. Pedro Porro. Laporte. Played towards the other side. Biner. Dani Olmo. Spread out to the left. Schlager. Moved on forwards. And it's played forward. Oh, nicely intercepted. Laporte. Pedri. Rodri. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Dani Olmo. Rodri. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Oh, good spread. Ball comes in. Looking for a corner. That has been knocked clear. That's a throw. And it's Cucurella. Dani Olmo. Oh, what a pass! Oyarzabal! Cucurella. That's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Porro. Aim forwards. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Lima, gently done. Laporte. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Rodri. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro puts them all in. That is a brilliant interception. That's been drilled forward. Thinks one through. Dani Olmo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Biner. Biner. And it's hoisted clear. Oh, there's a probing ball. Lienhardt goes forward. Now it's Sabitzer. Proves too strong. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And that is out of play. Now it's Leimer. And across it goes. It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Moved on forwards. Back into the middle. Danso. Danso forwards and with intent. Leimer shifted upfield. Rodri. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Baina. Pedri. And that's a throw-in. Sabitzer in acres of space out wide. Ball's gone out of play. He is just caressing the ball. Gregoric takes a shot. Goal, Austria! And it's Austria who go ahead.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And it's Olmo. Yamal. And it's played forward. And that is a little undercooked. Dani Olmo. Schmidt. Lima, gently done. He's in a great position here. Out to the left it goes. That is lovely. Sabitzer. Gregoric. Sabitzer. No way through, so back it comes. And he shoots! Has another go! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Now it's Oyarzabal. Pedri. Oh, that looks a good ball through. Now it's Oyarzabal. Oyarzabal! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Punched away. Sabitzer. Now it's Gregoric. Schlager. Sabitzer. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Bina. Pedri. Rodri. And here's Dani Olmo. Oyarzabal. Can he finish? Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Succumbs to the pressure. Kubasi. Bina. Rodri. Pedri. Pedri chips it through. That has been knocked clear. Danso. Is onto it in a flash. It's just beyond his reach. Pedri. Rodri. Pedro Porro. Dani Olmo. Bina. Bina goes hurtling down that left-hand side. That has been cut short. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Keeper's got good distance on that. Laporte. Aim forwards. Dani Olmo. Rodri. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Calmly anticipates. Moved on forwards. Rodri. Now it's Oyarzabal. That looks a cracking ball. Rodri. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Defending of the desperate variety. And that's a good ball. Danso clears it away. Bina.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
Lima aim forwards. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Olmo. Yamal. Done delicately. Bina. Cross goes in there. Schlager. And it's played forward. Pedri. 2 minutes to be added on. Rodri. Oyarzabal. Yamal. Played out to the right. Shot, surely!
Lamine Yamal usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Yamal. Pedro Porro. And here's Yamal. Rodri. Dani Olmo. Lima. Lofted upfield. Now that's well seen too. Rodri. Dani Olmo. Pedro Porro. And it's Bina. Very nicely done. And here's Bina. Oh, nice touch. Bina's cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Pedri. Rodri. Yamal. And here's Oyarzabal. Pedri. Cucurella. Pedri. Cucurella. And here's Bina. He is just caressing the ball. Looking for a decent ball in. Pedri. That's a good ball. Dani Olmo. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Here we go again, then.
Spain can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times, they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Pedri wins the duel this time. Mikel Oyarzabal. Lima unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, shooting chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Lienhardt. And it's hoisted clear. Pedri. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedri. Oyarzabal goes for goal! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Danso. Lienhardt. Over to the left. Sabitzer chasing after it. Schlager. Pedri. Mikel Oyarzabal. And it's Olmo. Baina. Pedri. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Great defending, strong and determined.
Lamine Yamal really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Danso. Alaba. That's a lovely, neat pass. Schlager. And it's lofted through here. Bit too much weight on the pass. Laporte forwards and with intent. Pedro Porro. Laporte. Laporte shifted upfield. Cucurella. Rodri. Dani Olmo. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Driven forward. Oh, can he get onto this? Sabitzer. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Kubasi. That's really well manoeuvred. Rodri. Pedri. Oh, a delicate chip through. Can he get onto this? What a throw in. Aim forwards. Calmly anticipates. Pedro Porro. Laporte. Rodri. Dani Olmo. Rodri. Dani Olmo. Oh, nicely intercepted. Sabitzer. Danso. Moved on forwards. Schlager. And it's played forward. Pedro Porro cuts out the pass. Laporte. Laporte forwards and with intent. Yamal. Schmidt. Lima, gently done. Pedri. Baina. Cucurella. Baina. Dani Olmo. And here's Oyarzabal. Alaba. Sabitzer. Alaba. Out to the right. Baina. Dani Olmo. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Rodri. Rodri. And here's Dani Olmo. He's had a shot! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's there to get rid. Schmidt. It's an inviting looking ball, that. And he cuts out the supply. Biner. Rodri. Rodri shifted upfield. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Alaba aimed forwards. Moved on forwards. Pedro Porro gets across to intercept that. Pedri. Oyarzabal. Biner. And here's goes for a shot! And it's Biner. Now it's Dani Olmo. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Schlager. That's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Porro cuts it out. Pedri. Cucurella. Biner. Pedri. Rodri. Lima gets over and intercepts. Played towards the front line. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Pedro Porro. Pedri. Rodri. Pedri. Biner. Cucurella. Dani Olmo delivered in. Only partially clear. Moved on forwards. Pau Kubasi makes the interception. Schlager. Now it's Gregoric. Clipped into space. Defending of the desperate variety. Sabitzer. Yep, it's a corner. Oh, smashing header! Pedro Porro can get it clear. And he's there to get it away. So who's he picking out? Oh, such a clever touch. Rodri. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo played out to the left flank. Now it's Dani Olmo. Biner. Biner's cross. Cleared away and claimed it back swiftly. Gregoric. Oh, they can break here. Sabitzer. He is through here. Sabitzer! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Mikel Oyarzabal, spread out to the left, and here's Baina. Proves too strong. Now it's Gregoric. Lima. Schmidt. Played back in. Oh, that's Sabitzer! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Rodri. Oyarzabal is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And it's Baina. And here's Dani Olmo, showing good feet. He'll try to keep this alive. Rodri. Spain still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Aimed in towards the centre. Spain have reclaimed it. Oh, sweet feet. Plenty waiting in the middle. Pedro Porro tries a cross. Baina chooses to go back. And here's Daniel. There's the shot. Sabitzer. Aim forwards. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's played forward. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Pedro Porro. That's good play. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Lovely bit of skill. And the finish! Oh, it's come loose. Moved on forwards. And it's Olmo. Oh, that's well done, really robust. And that's a foul, a simple decision for the referee. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Rodri. Pedri. Baina. Now who's going to be first to this? Alaba. That's really well manoeuvred. Schlager. Now it's Schlager. Now it's Sabitzer. Now it's Sabitzer. Big chance! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Danso. Lima. Up towards the front line. Now it's Sabitzer. Schlager. And it's played forward. Pau Kubasi shifted upfield. Yamal. And here's Dani Olmo! Oh, can he get onto this? That has been cut short. Pedri. And it's Rodri. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Danso can get it clear. Pedri. Rodri. Out to the left it goes. Cucurella. Pedri. Cucurella. Baina swings in across. And back out it comes. Lima. Aim forwards. Dani Olmo.
Austria might just have gone into conservation mode here. Their focus now is clearly to just hold on.
Unlike their opponents, who have to do precisely the opposite, and time is running out on them. Time to deliver. Danso tries to clear. Shoots! Lima shifted upfield. Laporte gently done. Pedri. And it's Olmo. Baina. Lovely feet. And he's there to clear it. Cucurella have it back and can go again. Cucurella forwards and with intent. Lima moved on forwards. Well read, nice interception. Cucurella. And it's played forward. Danso. Looks to the other side. Sabitzer. That's really well manoeuvred. Pedri. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro, gently done. Caresses it through. Will play through for the wide man. Oh, that's nice. Pedro Porro. Oh, good spread. And here's Dani Olmo. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Long ball looking to counter. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's played forward. Yamal. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Oyarzabal. Now it's Yamal. Yamal! Oh, denied brilliantly.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Schmidt. Aim forwards. Cleared away. Austria have got it back and they'll have another go. Oh, that's neat. Yamal. Pedri, over to the left. Baina going full tilt down the left. Nice physical challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Moved on forwards. Rodri. Baina. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Now it's Yamal. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Dani Olmo goes short. Tries to get it clear. Danso forwards and with intent. Cucurella. And it's Baina. Pedri. Rodri. Baina. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Baina showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball but couldn't quite sort it out. Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro. Sabitzer. And it's played forward. Dani Olmo. That has been cut short. Danso. Schlager. Alaba. That's really well manoeuvred. There will be a throw-in. Rodri tries to thread one through. Cuts out the pass. Schlager. Danso played over towards the opposite flank. Sabitzer aim forwards. Pedro Porro. Played out to the right. Yamal. He's found some space. Oyarzabal. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Pedro Porro. Pedri. And it's Porro. Hit into the middle. Lima getting this one clear. Now it's Yam, and the shot! Rodri. Knocks it out wide. Biner. Biner's cross. That has been knocked clear. Now it's Gregoric. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he cuts out the supply. Pedri. Lima shifted upfield. Sabitzer. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Now it's Sabitzer. Laporte gets it away. Schlager. Now it's Gregoric. Pedri did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Cucurella. Out for a throw. Schmidt. Nice control. Can he deliver? Lima, now here's the delivery. And he's there to clear it. And reclaimed it in a trice. Gregoric. Sabitzer. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Kubasi. Yamal is onto it in a flash. Schlager. Danso. Moved on forwards. Lima hurtling down that right flank. Lima. Oh, he's found support out wide. A chance to play it in. And it's Lima. That is lovely. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Pedri. Pau Kubasi, gently done. It's gone for a throw-in. And here's Biner, Dani Olmo, and here's Biner. Looking for a decent ball in. Aimed in towards the centre.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Lima. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Pedri. Biner. Muscular approach does pay off here. It's run loose here. Lima. Danso shifted upfield. Lima. Danso. Danso forwards and with intent. Lienhardt. That's really well manoeuvred. Calmly anticipates. And it's Rodri. Biner. And here's... Oh, he's having a shot! Rodri. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Rodri. Now it's Yamal. That's a nicely weighted pass. Now it's Biner. Biner's cross. Lienhardt clears it away.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Alaba, aim forwards. Rodri, played out to the left flank. Schlager. Moved on forwards. Pedro Porro gets over and intercepts. Cucurella. Biner. Just about up to 75 minutes. Dani Olmo. Rodri. And it's Biner. That's very neat. Biner's cross. Alaba with the clearance. Biner. Biner played back in.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
Sabitzer, he's gone direct here. And it's played forward. Moved on forwards. And they've got a throw. Oh, it's come loose. Pedro Porro. Cucurella. Dani Olmo. Biner. Pedri. Laporte. Has a look and plays it forward. That's really well manoeuvred. It'll be a throw-in. Gregoritsch. Aim forwards. Rodri producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Nice looking ball. Schmidt. Lima shifted upfield. And here's Biner. Nice physical challenge. Pedri. Biner. Wins the duel this time. Lienhardt spread out to the left. Ball's played through. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Schlager. Sabitzer. Fired deep towards the back post. Pedri. Cucurella. Oh, can he get onto this? Yamal. And it's Porro. Mikel Oyarzabal. Great work on the overlap. Can he spark a counter here? Lima. And he goes cross-field. Sabitzer. Played into space out wide. Cucurella. Cucurella, gently done. Oyarzabal. Pedri, played out towards the right wing. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Now it's Yamal. Rodri. Now it's Yamal. Plenty waiting in the middle. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Yamal. Yamal! And somehow he managed to miss it.
It's a good effort. You can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
And it's Lima. Laporte, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was... Chance for a shot! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
Played out to the right. Pedri. Dani Olmo. Out towards the flank. Cross goes in there. Header! And that's a real chance missed. Oyarzabal. Biner. Pedri. Rodri. Oyarzabal! It's off target and by quite a way. Proves too strong. Danso. Moved on forwards. Schlager. Sabitzer. Yamal. Pedro Porro. Yamal. Now he's got space here. Pedro Porro. Oh, good spread. Tries to get it clear. And it's played forward. Laporte makes the interception. Cucurella. Yamal. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And he thumps it clear. Lima getting this one clear. And that's been won straight back. Very nicely done. Time to deliver. Bino's cross. Up he goes! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Oyarzabal. Sabitzer.
Spain really have been second best here, second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Yamal does really well to win the ball there. Bina. Pedri. Alaba forwards and with intent. Schlager. Linhart. That's really well manoeuvred. Well timed, excellent interception. Pau Kubasi aim forwards. And here's Dani Olmo. And he's running through. Can he finish? He scores! Just one goal in it now. Game on!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Moved on forwards. Now that's well seen too. Laporte. And it's played forward. And here's Yamal.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And it's Bina. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Spain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Gregoric. Danso is onto it in a flash. Bina wins the duel this time. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's been well dealt with. And it's Porro. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. That's tidy. There are a few waiting for it. And he's cut it out.
Spain really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oyarzabal.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Schmidt. Lima. Schmidt. Lima. Lima forwards and with intent. And it's hoisted clear. Just 5 minutes remaining now. He's gone for goal! Oh, that's a waste. Pedri. Out to the right. Oh, nicely intercepted. Alaba. Cucurella. Pedri.
Look, their supporters must be going barmy about this because there's no sense of purpose in what we're seeing.
Pedro Porro.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
That is a great pick out. Gregoric. That's good play. Sabitzer.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Spain really don't have a choice now.
There's the shot! It's anyone's ball now. And he has kept it out somehow.
Alex Bina really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Spain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And it's Olmo. Out to the left it goes. Oh, good ball. And here's Baina. Pedri, delicate ball, and it needs to be. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Gregoric. Schlager. Gregoric. Succumbs to the pressure. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Pau Kubasi attempts a clearance. And here comes the corner.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Kubasi. Laporte. Laporte gently done. And it's Olmo. Pedro Porro. Yamal. It's a good run down the right. Lovely bit of skill. Rodri. Back into the middle. Oh, such a clever touch. Pedri. Final seconds, this has to be it.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Lienhart played out to the left flank. And back to the goalkeeper. Laporte. Baina, now he's off and running. Cucurella. That's an imaginative pass.
Spain really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Lima. Schmidt. Picks it up out wide. Lima. Oh, it's played into the area.
Austria nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Baina. Cucurella shifted upfield. Sabitzer. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Yamal, aim forwards. Oyarzábal moved on forwards and claimed it back swiftly. Kubasi. Pedri. Rodri. Yamal. Pedro Porro providing an outlet on that flank. Yamal. Now it's Yamal. That's very neat. Rodri. Cucurella. Baina. Oh, sweet feet. Cucurella hangs one in. Cleared away. Sabitzer getting this one clear. And it's Kukurea. And here's Baina. Baina opts to play it back. Firmly met. And here's Baina. One good cross, maybe the last chance. Lienhardt is there, and he can get that clear. Sabitzer. Danso. Danso, gently done. Baina. Mikel Oyarzabal. Rodri. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Schmidt. And it's Lima. Oh, he's found support out wide. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Gets it away. And that is that. Spain perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win. And I think everything was just a letdown because of